Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bolin. Thank you all for joining me. We are in trouble. Of course, you already know that. Now, you may be asking, what am I talking about? Well, apparently, an 80-year-old woman was banned from a YMCA pool because she made a complaint that a trans male was in, I believe, the locker room or the bathroom watching girls getting dressed. And she was the one banned. This is the America we live in. But listen, I'm going to read this article to you. You need to hear this. And then afterwards, I'm going to give you my commentary, and I'm going to show you just how great a job, a spectacular job, President Joe Biden is doing right now. He's doing a great job. So let's get into this. And the article says an 80-year-old woman in Washington State is permanently banned from the pool she's been attending for, get this now, 35 years after complaining about a transgender staff member reportedly oogling little girls in the facility's bathroom. Wow. Julie Jaman, a 40-year-old resident of Port Townsend, Washington, and a 35-year member of the local YMCA pool, says she was banned from the facility after demanding that a male staff who identifies as a woman be removed from the women's locker room after allegedly seeing him watch young girls use the toilet. Can't make this stuff up, people. I saw a man in a woman's bathing suit watching maybe 4 or 5 little girls pulling down their suits in order to use the toilet. Jaman told Seattle radio host Doran Munson on Friday. I asked if he had a penis, and he said it was none of my business. I told that man to get out right now. The alleged incident took place on July 26 at the Mountain View Pool, which the Olympic Peninsula YMCA operates. Jermaine claims that she first became, forgive me for this name, is Jaman. I am not good with names, but forgive me. So I'm just going to say Jay from this point on. Jay claims that she first became alerted to the presence of the trans employee in the locker room when she heard, quote, a man's voice. According to Jay, after she saw the employee watching the girls use the bathroom, she immediately reported the incident to another staffer. And they got a picture of this trans male. You can see it for yourself if you link it. I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description box. You can see it for yourself. I'm not going to even give no comments about that. However, instead of getting help with a dangerous situation, Jay says she found herself under attack. Jay claims a staff member told her she was being, quote, discriminatory and that the police were going to be called. She didn't ask me what the problems was, if I was okay. Nothing about me, Jay explained in the radio interview. It's as if she was just waiting to pounce on me. It was just stunning. The police incident report claims that Jay had, quote, an emotional response to a strange male being in the bathroom. An emotional response? Of course, you would have an emotional response if you see a man in the bathroom where usually young girls are. Of course, you're going to have an emotional response. The report further states that Jay was, quote, screaming at a male employee and, quote, refused to leave. Though the Olympic Peninsula YMCA says the ban against Jay stems from a series of abusive incidents, not just the altercation with the trans staffer. Jay was permanently suspended from the Mountain View pool due to her repeatedly violating our code of conduct. Get this now. Specifically using disrespectful words or gestures towards YMCA staff or others. Abusive, harassing, and or obscene language or gestures towards YMCA staff or others, said Aaron Hawkins, Communications and Marketing Director for Olympic Peninsula YMCA. Jay also claims she spoke with Olympic Peninsula YMCA CEO Wendy Bart, who reportedly told her that the pride posters in the facility should serve as notice that trans persons could be in the facility. I told her there were no signs posted to give women warning, Jay told Monson. She said there were pride posters posted all over, and she assumed that that was adequate to inform women what to expect. According to Jay, Bart added, "We take pride and everyone is welcome." Jay retorted, "That's fine with me, except that they do not provide alternatives for women who choose not to be undressing in front of men." Jay explained to Monson, "Our pool is a very old pool. We just have 2 shower rooms, dressing rooms, one for men and one for women." The incident has led to protests in Port Townsend. End of article. What unbelievable nonsense this is. But in the summation of this, I want to say this. Current President Biden is doing an outstanding job. Oh, yes, he's doing an outstanding job. People can say what they want to say, but that man is doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Now, you probably thinking I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. President Biden is doing a great job for the LGBTQ plus community. He's doing a great job for trans men. Doing a great job. Everybody else is basically saying he's a nutbag psycho. But not the transgenders. People like this man. Yes, this man who claims that he's a woman, going inside his bathroom, watching kids dress, their underwear down to watch them while they're on the toilet. But Joe Biden is doing a great job for them. You see, part of the reason we have this kind of stuff in our country, and I'm going to keep saying that, part of this is because of the leadership. When you have people in leadership positions who don't have moral values, who do not believe in right and wrong, who believe in moral relativism, who believe that there is no absolute right and no absolute wrong, and who create and promote and encourage laws that support this kind of lifestyle, people who have these kind of mentalities will be emboldened to act and live that way. What we are seeing in America is the result of lawlessness in our land. And I'm not just talking, I'm talking about 2 forms of lawlessness. Let me elaborate. I'm talking about 2 forms of lawlessness. Lawlessness against the word of God, the Bible. Yes, I'll mention the Bible because I'm a Christian, so I'm going to mention that. When you tell God I don't believe in right or wrong, and you reject the Bible and you reject God, then you are already on your way down the hill as far as I'm concerned. But then you have laws that are designed to restrain bad and immoral behavior, which if let out the box will go crazy. When you have politicians and leaders on the local, state, and federal level that promote these kind of laws, this is what you're going to get. The power to change this is in the people's hands. It's in our hands, folks. People got to learn to wake up. If you agree, look, let me end this on this. I'm going to keep saying this. I don't care what you choose to be. It's your right to choose to be whatever you want to be. This isn't about you wanting, if you're a man, a biological male, and that's what you are. If you're a biological male and you feel like you're a woman, or you feel like you a cat, or you feel like you a dog, or you feel like you a car, boom, 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 whatever you feel like, if you feel like you a horse, wee, if you feel like you a gorilla, whatever you feel like, I don't care. It just doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to most Americans. They could care less about what you feel, man. That's your choice. That's your right to be whatever you want. But when it comes down to dressing like this in the young people's bathroom and watching them, you are doing freaky stuff. And it will inevitably lead to unwanted actions. Let me end this video on this note. We're having a problem with someone right now at where I work at downtown Cleveland. As I said before, I work as a security officer. I'm on bike patrol, so I'm mostly outside. However, we have what is called the North Rover and we have the South Rover. Late at night, well, I'll put it like this. The day before yesterday, there was an incident that occurred that happened to the North Rover. She's an attractive female. Well, obviously she's an attractive female. Well, nowadays you never know. If I say she, it could be trending, but no, I don't go for that. But she's an attractive female, and she was requesting that this one guy would leave because the mall was closed. He refused to do so. So eventually the South Rover, who was a male, came back, made the guy leave. I was in the front outside. So as I saw the individual departing, I said, is he the one? She said, yes. I said, is he the one to the male South Rover? He said, yes. And I said, what was the deal? Said he was here and he was not only not supposed to be here because the mall was closed, but he was, the South Rover told me he was staring at her, just sitting up there with his hands on like this, just gazing at her. Now, this female is in her late 20s. So she's not, this female South Rover, North Rover, she's in her late 20s. So she's not a kid, but she's a female and she's relatively young. You know, she's relatively young. So she's still kind of vulnerable. And you may say, what does this lead to? Okay, just stay with me here for a moment. I told the South Rover after the incident that the guy left, I told South Rover, I said, he's a predator. Watch him. He's waiting for the opportunity to pounce on someone who's weak. He's a predator. He's a predator. Watch him. He's going to rape somebody eventually. Well, he's going to try to. Well, yesterday, late at night, South Rover says over the radio to our dispatch, could you send the CPD officers, the police officers down here on the 72 level, which is the first level of the mall, and the food court area? Say, why? Because that guy that they kicked out yesterday, the day before yesterday, who was staring at South Rover, he didn't say all that, but I'm just summarizing this. He's totally nude, butt naked, hiding somewhere. Well, anyway, make a long story short, we put the guy out, and what happened? I came in to go on my put some air in my tire and my bike. So when I was leaving out, I told my supervisor who was assisting to get this guy out of here. The guy eventually got himself dressed up again. As we were both escorting this individual out the front, my supervisor noticed he had an ice pick in his hand. And he went on out the door, and that was it. But me and the South Rover talked. I said, is that the same guy that was staring at the North Rover the other day, gloating at her? He said, yes. I said, that's what I thought. I said, that guy's a predator, and he's waiting. Now, why in the heck was he in the back of the food court, totally naked with an ice pick? I'll tell you why. Because he was waiting on somebody. Waiting to rape somebody, waiting to accost somebody, waiting to abuse somebody, and then probably stab him to death. Who knows? What's my point? I'm pretty sure you get the point. Pretty sure you get the point. Lax, loose laws create this kind of stuff or allow this kind of stuff. Allow these kind of actions. This is what happens. Who was to say he wasn't waiting for some young kid? This is the kind of stuff that happens, that goes on. And this same individual here that was caught by this 80-year-old woman watching these kids on a toilet is nothing more than a predator who's using this transgender thing as an excuse to prey on innocent people. That's all I'm going to say about that. because I'm very angry about this. I'm very angry about this. I totally disagree with what is going on. This is sick and disgusting, and we need to make a change when it comes to voting. Wake up, America. You're being duped. You're being brainwashed. What do you guys think? What do you think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you all, and see you again.